Hello and welcome everyone. This is DR.SAPTARSHI again. As I've shared with you, I do attend my rural clinics very often, and this is one of the cases where I'm in a rural clinic, and I'd like to share with you a very interesting case. A case of hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy, where the child had a birth trauma, and that trauma was in the form of delayed cry. The mother had a normal delivery, but it was a delayed cry, and the delayed cry resulted in the child being born with very difficulties. When the child was brought to me initially, he was 1.7 years old, unable to eat anything, unable to drink anything. So there was severe dysphagia. The child was unable to suck even, so that was also a problem. There was recurrent fever, and you can see the child has microcephaly. The skull diameter is short, not gaining weight, crying for a long time. He was unable to stand, he was unable to speak anything. That was the initial complaints when the child was brought to me. প্রথমে যখন নিয়ে এসেছিলেন কি কি সমস্যা ছিল? The mom is telling he was unable to eat anything, unable to speak, unable to stand, as I mentioned, all of the factors. So when he was born, there was lack of oxygen to the brain, so there was delayed cry, and the delayed cry is hypoxic, resulting in these manifestations where there is dysphagia, where there is lack of weight gain, there is squint as well in the left eye is squinted, and there is emaciation in the left leg, he is contracting his left hand, so that is also there. And many of these cases, when you do an MRI of the brain, we get HIE, hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy, which is post-traumatic, post-birth trauma. Very often you get a good clear constitutional picture in these cases, but if you don't, one of the fantastic prescriptions to start with, and I started with arnica in this case, 1M followed by 10M. DM Fobister mentions this in his book Tutorials on Homeopathy. Whenever you are prescribing on the basis of etiology, prescribe two succeeding potencies, 1M followed by 10M. You see the child is able to walk now. Ma baba bolche ki bole?
Ma baba dida.
ঠিক আছে সামনে এসো. He can speak, he can say mother and father. So those are the improvement. আর কি পরিবর্তন হয়েছে ওষুধ খেয়ে?
হাঁটতে পারে আগে থেকে।
Can walk, দাঁড়াতে তো পারছে, হাঁটতে পারছে. Obviously you can see the microcephaly is still there, the left-sided squint is still there. We have started with arnica 1M followed by 10M in January of this year. And you can see within a span of 5 to 6 months the child is able to walk, the child is able to speak. So there has been good changes in those aspects. We have started with arnica 1M followed by 10M, we followed it up with 10M followed by 50M, and we are gradually boosting. The child is very much improved. Do remember, my friends, one of the wonderful aspects where arnica is prescribed is hypoxia is a shock to the system. And whenever there is a shock to the system, arnica is one of your top remedies which will be indicated. And with the hypoxia, arnica always responds to take care of the birth trauma, to take care of the bad effects of the hypoxia. One of the very useful remedies which can come up in this case with the squint, with the contraction, is cicuta virosa, considering the birth trauma. Cicuta has a tendency to squint. Birth trauma can also be handled with cicuta virosa as well, which I will think of later on when I have done good results with arnica. I have gone up to the highest potencies with arnica. So, reason for prescribing arnica: history of hypoxia, birth trauma, resulting in multisystemic manifestation. Here you are prescribing on the basis of the pathology, where you are taking care of the cerebral hypoxia so that the brain circulation improves, and you can see he's able to walk, he's able to stand. Glory goes to Hanuman and his beautiful way.